Hey everybody, it's meteorologist Brad Panovich. A quick little update on the weather system that's going to mainly pass to our west, but there is a small chance, especially in the mountains and foothills, that we could see a couple strong storms late tomorrow. But really, overall, the threat to us is pretty low compared to our neighbors to the west. You can see the system here kind of taking shape. Pretty potent system again. One of these strong storms that come out of the Rockies, move into the southern plains. Typical southern storm track here that we see, but unlike last week, which continued to push off to the east, that's actually not going to happen. This one's going to kind of round the trough and then go up into the Ohio Valley. So that means most of the energy is going to bypass the Carolinas, which is good news because there is severe weather associated with this system, and you can see it producing severe weather across Texas, parts of Oklahoma, even Louisiana tonight. You could see that vigorous upper low. I mean, that thing is pretty strong right there. A lot of wind shear associated with this. So the ingredients to our west are very similar to where they were last week. The difference is those aren't transferring to the east through time, and I'll show you what I mean. So here's a look at our futurecast. You can see the southerly winds developing. Look at that storm system. Looks almost identical up to this point to last week, but then watch where the energy goes. The low pressure is diving up into parts of Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio. So unlike last week, where the low was down here and moving this direction, it's already up in here, and it's going off in that direction. So the only thing we have to deal with is the cold front. So the cold front is going to be arriving in the middle of the night, which is a good sign because that's the weakest part of the day as far as instability, and with all the wind energy going to the north, that actually helps weaken it even more. So you can see it moving into the mountains Friday, 2, 3 in the morning, and then crossing over and then kind of petering out. And honestly, if you're worried about Friday, Friday looks amazing. I don't see any issues really on Friday for most of the area. I think it's going to happen early in the morning, and that's it. And then going into the weekend, Saturday starts gorgeous. I think sunny for the first half of the day. But then in the afternoon, we could see the warm front come back north, and we'll likely see scattered storms. I think that's a little overdone, but kind of shows you the setup there. So here's the severe weather outlook. So that's tonight. You can see over Texas, and then look at the big outbreak tomorrow. And unfortunately, this area was hit hard last week. So if you have friends or family in Tennessee, southern Kentucky, eastern Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, even northwest Georgia, just tell them to be weather aware. And in the mountains of North Carolina, we'll watch for that dying cold front potentially heading in. You can see that low risk into the mountains Thursday night into about 7, 8 in the morning. And then after 8 in the morning, the front shifts east. So there could be some time for some reheating and for things to redevelop off to the east. But I'll be honest with you, that does not look like that's going to be much of a big deal for us. So overall, the concern is pretty low right now. Looking ahead to basically looking ahead to that time frame right around Friday afternoon into the evening hours. I think we're completely dry by the time I get there. So quick look at the futurecast. I was looking for. You could see this is a close-up view. Some showers tomorrow, but again, very scattered. Most of the day will be dry. Late in the afternoon, you see a couple showers and storms trying to bubble up. But then here comes that line, 1, 2 in the morning. But it's falling apart by the time it gets to the mountains. That's 5 a.m., and you can see there's not a whole lot left of that thing. And then it starts to shift off to the east. And look at that. By the time it gets over the Piedmont, it peters out. And even as it pushes to the east, it doesn't look like a whole lot. It just runs out of wind energy and looks like it's going to be a non-issue. So overall, this is a pretty tiny risk of any severe at all on the lowest of lowest scales. But in springtime here, it's always a good idea to keep an eye on these events. If you have any outdoor plans late Thursday or early Friday, might be something to keep an eye on. And then this weekend, well, unfortunately, we are going to deal with some scattered showers, but boy, is it going to be warm. Upper 70s tomorrow, near 80 on Friday, and even in the 70s this weekend. Of course, I'll do another vlog update tomorrow morning with any changes to this, but if you have friends or family, like I said, in the Mid-South to the west of us, please let them know. Be weather aware. This is another significant outbreak possible tomorrow.